Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Just coming into Seadrift, Texas. There is Bubba's Cajun Style steaks and more. I have it on from a good source that they have an excellent seafood boil there. Actually, our friend Becky's husband. I'm only saying this, Becky, because you said it in the comments. Is in charge of the boil during the day at lunchtime. Am I getting that right, Becky? I definitely want to try that place out. What do we got, kids? An RV park. We're kind of on the main drag in Seadrift, and we are going to be heading back. I think we might stop by Austwell, Texas. Speed limit 35. We're going 38. We're going to ease up a little bit. Seadrift RV Park. Kind of a little channel there. Very cool. Going 35. Lots of American flags. You know, the last time I was here, they had American flags out. That's good. I like to see that. They got an ice machine. A Conoco. How much is gas? $2.99 a gallon at the Shell and the Conoco. It's not too bad. I think in Rockport yesterday it was $2.48. There's a Dollar General. Now we know we're in Texas. I am really surprised they do not have a Dairy Queen here. But that's actually good for these other little independent restaurants. We're going by the art museum. And 2 days ago when we were here in Seadrift, 2 videos ago, we went down to the water. What they got up here? Big Family Dollar. Yep. Lots of RV parks. Just a little Texas coastal town. They got each branch of the service, a military flag out. The Marine one caught my eye, Army and Navy, and that's all I could see on this side. We do go through a little bit of an industrial area up here to get back on 35, and we are officially out of the town proper of Seadrift, Texas. Under 1,000 people for population. 55 miles an hour. We're going 55 miles an hour. Time that one right. It is a gorgeous day. You know why magicians always like Halloween? Hey, do you know why I should have stopped at 1. Hey, do you know why magicians always like Halloween? Because they always got a Twix up their sleeve. They always got a Twix up there. If you guys don't know, Twix is an American candy bar, and that joke is an American tragedy. I got driving through farmland on the right, ranch land on the left. Been a good trip. I've seen a lot of cattle, including Texas Longhorns. Saw some goats, some sheep. I've only seen 1 donkey. I feel like I've seen more. Didn't spot any alligators down by the water. Looks like they've already started on this field. I did see, as I was taking the little back roads out to the main highway here, saw a good amount of deer, and I saw a dead boar that was probably the biggest dead boar I've ever seen. It looks like it got hit by a car, and if it was just a little car, it did a whole lot of damage. Hopefully no one was injured other than the wild boar. have in this area in Texas wild boar and javelinas. Wild boar are usually pretty aggressive. They're evasive to this area. Javelinas are a little more mellow, and they are really bad eyesight. There's some ponies on the left. They're out in the sun, man. It's got to be brutal no matter what kind of animal you are. I notice even the alligators don't lay out in the sun when it's like this. They're probably looking to cool off their body temperatures. There's some industries coming up on the right. Well, I guess both sides actually. But I can see the ones on the right now, if you can make them out in the distance. There's some hay. Hey. I don't really know what they are. This one is, looks like silos for grain or maybe cotton gin. I don't know. I'm not a farmer, but I got a bad farmer joke. There's a really bad farmer. His fields were never doing well. So he became a rapper. He always had sick beats. He always had sick beats. Nothing, huh? I didn't think so. There's some tractors. Whatever happened with John Deere? We are on south something. Couldn't quite make it out. Remember John Deere was in the news like 2 months ago? And then we all stopped talking about John Deere? Maybe I can catch this one. So this is 2235. But we're on 185 going west at the moment. If you're playing along at home. And we're going some trains. We're going from Seadrift, Texas up to 35. We'll take 35 south for a little bit through Tivoli and head over to Austwell, Texas. I don't want to keep you guys real long. I wonder how long some of these trains sit here. Some of these train cars. And at what point do they never move again, you know? The engine in the front here has a light on. Maybe they're just shuffling cars. This could actually be just a transfer type area. PRX. But I mean, there's big industries on the right there. I just don't know what they are. I notice with a lot of these industries, and it's kind of like that on the inside, they don't care if you know. This one says Dow. That's pretty big, actually. D-O-W, Dow. And that goes back as far as I can see. Where we come up to the highway, if we make a right, we'd go to Port Lavaca. We're on the same peninsula as like Port Lavaca, Indianola, those type of Port O'Connor. And my friend Becky had mentioned that, you know, if I was coming to do Seadrift, make my way over to Port O'Connor. And the way my health has been lately, like I got enough energy to go to Seadrift, you know. Once I'm back living in my truck, I'll travel and you know, just pull over and sleep. There's another engine on the right just sitting there. Big old double engine, one facing each way. Wow, back to back. Well, that's pretty cool. We got a stop sign. We got to make a choice here. Are we up to 35 already? That's pretty impressive. Hurricane evacuation route, we would make a right. Texas 35. Let's go. She's a real 9 beauty, my number 9. Let's go. Anything coming? Nope. Either way, nope, we're good. That's my wheelchair rattling around in the back. Let's go. We got a drink. We've got extra bottles of water. Historical marker. I've read every one of these historical markers over the years. All the way up to Palacios and Blessing, and multiple times I've stopped and read all these roadside historical markers. And my favorite ones are still down around Indianola, Texas. So is this the Victoria ship channel we're about to cross? I want to say it is. I'll tell you in a second. Victoria barge channel. It's pretty neat. It goes from San Antonio Bay, not far from that park that we went to. It ends and goes into San Antonio Bay, and goes all the way up to Victoria. Looks like they just paved this recently. There's another marker on the left there, and every time I stop to read it, I regret it. Some of these markers, I remember reading one out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere around Caprock Canyon. There was a black family who owned land, and they were raided by Native Americans, and they took his wife and his daughter, and the owner and his brother went and rescued them and fought and brought them back, and then eventually, I'm going to let this guy pass us. We're going to let him, like I had a choice. And I was just thinking, like, how is this not a Denzel Washington movie? This is like the coolest. And yeah, all around Indianola, there's awesome markers that tell stories. And I always get ones like, there was a cotton gin here 120 years ago, and or some rich person lived here and then sold this house to another rich person, and then his son sold it to, and it's like a history of who owned the house, but nothing significant in my world happened there. It wasn't like Betsy Ross sewed the first American flag in this house. I need a little something other than rich people owned this house. Now I'm going to be getting hate comments from rich people. You moron. You done wrecked it for us all now. There are a couple, see, there was one right there I was looking for. I didn't see a sign on it. Hog Bayou. I did not even see a pull-off sign for that one. And I was looking for it. I guess there ain't a pull-off sign. Sometimes these little bridges have roadways right next to them to get you down to a little boat ramp or something. And in the past, I've even gone down the dirt ones along here when I was a little dumber, just to see what was down there. And some of them had like really nice parks, and then some of them would have like a horde of homeless people camping there, and I'm too old and dumb to take my life in my hands every day. But once a week's my limit now, you know. We are blessed with blue skies. Nothing like taking a little cruise on a Saturday. What do we got here? Guadalupe. This right here is where we came about a week ago and filmed the Guadalupe River. Went right there on the left. And it's still looking high, guys. We're just getting into Refugio County. So not too bad. We'll be going through Tivoli in a few minutes. Can't believe we're going to go through Tivoli and not get an ice cream cone. What the hell is the world coming to? that Dairy Queen's going to go out of business if I don't stop and get a medium vanilla cone. You picked the fine time to leave me, Lucille. 400 children crop in the field. Dennis, yeah. What'd you do with the money? What money? The money your mother gave you for singing lessons. Well, guys, Tivoli's coming up. See the water tower in the distance there? That's my official way of knowing when we're coming to the next town. I look for the water tower. I did not know until about 10 years ago that why water towers existed. And if you don't know, it's because they provide water pressure. And if you do know, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that didn't know that. But I said that a few videos ago, and there was one person that didn't know that Tortuga was Spanish for turtle. Very similar to the French word for turtle, which I haven't had French since 10th grade, but I believe it was tortue. Oh, je ne sais comment on dit la coréenne. Tortue. PQ, come chill with a summer blizzard. Oh, that sounds good. Look at the bales of hay in that field. That looks like man, that's a postcard right there. If I stopped and messed around and got the right angle. Barber Road, is that saying? I need to look on a map. We might have to go down there one day. I've never been down that road before. There could be hidden jewels and Lucky Charms and all kinds of good stuff back in there. We might need to know about it. Passing lane 2 miles. How high's the water, Mama? 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, Papa? She said it's 4 feet high and rising. Now, you people that have been with me a while already know what I'm going to say. But I listened to that song for a long time, the Johnny Cash version. Austwell. Here you go. Let's go to Austwell. When they ask Mama how high the water is, she says 4 feet high and rising, right? He's 239 wrong. When they ask Papa, Papa doesn't say it's 4 feet. Papa says she said it's 4 feet high and rising. And I always get out of that, I'm not going to argue with your mother. Guys, thanks for the little Saturday ride along with me. I'm going to head over to Austwell, Texas. See if they've made any changes since we were last there. Thanks for riding along today. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.